everybody, this is David with Cartoon Fortress. Thank you so much for finding your way over to the channel today. Now our video today is going to be a little bit different of a format, as this will mark the beginning of an ongoing series that I will host on this channel. Now as a collector, it is not uncommon to want to bring in titles into the collection that are unfortunately out of print, or OOP. This happens to me, it seems, on a regular basis, and more than not with the boutique labels that I collect from. So we're talking Criterion, Eureka, you've got Indicator, Second Sight, these labels that are considered boutique labels that do limited runs, print runs on the limited edition sets that they release. Now these sets in general are usually very well put together and very much a collector's item. So recently I sought out a specific title and that just came in today. I was able to purchase that on eBay, and I thought to myself that this would be a fun feature to have on the channel to show out of print titles that I've been able to locate and bring into the collection, and yeah, just have it being an ongoing series. So this is obviously not something that's going to be a video every week or every month. It's just as I bring in these titles into the collection, I'll make videos on them and present them here in this series. Now, what is the name of the series going to be? Well, I was thinking it over and I thought the name The OOP Hunt would be a cool name to go with. So we're going to go with that, The OOP Hunt, and we will go ahead and call this episode number 1. So what's the title that I picked up? Well, I was able to locate a title from one of my favorite labels. They are based out of the UK, and this is Second Sight Films. If you have not had a chance to check them out, I highly advise doing so. I will leave a link in the description over to their site. If you have followed this channel at all, you'll know how much I love Second Sight and a lot of the labels out of the UK. Now this particular title, this is part of their limited edition series that they do. They do really great box sets, and I was really happy to come across this on eBay at what I felt like was a really fair price. Now, something to know about me, again, if you're new to the channel, is I'm a big fan of horror films. So this is a horror film from 1980, which happens to be the same year as my favorite horror film of all time, The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick. But this stars George C. Scott, and this is directed by Peter Medak. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. But yes, this is from 1980, and this is The Changeling. Now, if you haven't had a chance to watch this film, it's great. It's very atmospheric. It's a ghost story, kind of a murder mystery, and it features the talents, again, of George C. Scott. And now I've just seen this film for the first time a couple of months ago, and so yeah, so we've got George C. Scott and Trish Van Devere. Now the cast in this, the performances in this, are one that they don't necessarily override the horror elements of the film, but they're a very strong part of what we get here. Again, it's really atmospheric. It's kind of a haunted house type film, and again, there's elements of murder and kind of a murder mystery that comes into play here, and some very dramatic kind of relationship elements that come into play as well. So in terms of a horror film, I can't recommend it highly enough. Like I said, I've only seen it the one time, and I was able to, I believe I watched it on Shudder, if I remember correctly. And that's a great streaming service available to horror fans out there. It's very cheap. I think I pay $5.99 a month for that service. Anyways, and Second Sight, I knew that, well, for me, when I started collecting titles from Second Sight, this one was already out of print. So I've gotten almost every limited edition set from Second Sight up until this point. I know I'm missing a couple, including When a Stranger Calls. That's another out of print title. And then I do not have World on a Wire, which I think is still in print, so I'm probably going to pick that one up soon. But this one was already out of print when I began collecting Second Sight Films sets. So right out the gate, it was something I knew I was going to have to track down later. And obviously I did that. Now the seller that I got this from on eBay, this is, as you can see, the shrink wrap is still on here. He did have a slit here in the shrink wrap for when he would, or for when he was going to take out the film. He actually, from our communication with one another, I found out that he actually never even pulled it out to watch it. He just decided to list it and sell it. So this is just about as good as brand new as I could have hoped for, especially at the price that I got this for. So really excited to have this in the collection. We have a very attractive box set here. The artwork, and I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. It's well, go this way. It's pretty dark artwork. I mean, it's a dark story, both literally and figuratively, but really cool artwork here. And I do want to jump into the box set, so this will now transition into a regular unboxing video, but I wanted to again have this be a part of this specific out of print hunt video series. So we'll go ahead now and jump over to the other camera, and we'll get this unboxed so that we can see the inside of this very, very cool set from Second Sight. Okay, so here is our box set. I'm going to go ahead and remove the outer shrink wrap here, which was very easy to do. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and actually remove the J card. Now the nice thing here is we get this ratings logo on the J card. When you pull that off, no ratings logo, you just have this very dim Second Sight Films logo, which is really great. I can definitely handle that, but those ratings logos definitely feel very much in the way. Here is the back of the J card though for our reference if you want to go ahead and read up on the synopsis on the film, and then let's see, we can get this all in one shot here. Then you can read the list of special features and then the limited edition contents. I do want to bring up here that this is again from 1980, and this is actually a region-free title, which is really great. So you can play this on whatever Blu-ray player you have. It should play right out of the box. And the runtime on this film is 107 minutes. I love that we get the original soundtrack CD, the booklet, and then I know we have a poster, double-sided poster here as well. So really stacked release here. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the box. Here is our artwork, and we'll read the little blurb here. How did you die, Joseph? Did you die in this house? Why do you remain? So again, just a really creepy, atmospheric type film. I really enjoyed myself watching this for the first time, and I know this is one that I will come to time and again. Here is the spine on the set, and then there's a look at the interior contents. Now this style of box set is very much akin to the Arrow Video limited edition box sets that we get. Very, very similar. and that's a really good thing. I love what Arrow Video and Second Sight bring to the table with their releases. They're just so collectible. I love the presentation here, and I especially love the hardbound boxes that they include these sets in. They're just very sturdy and just look fantastic up on the shelf. The boxes that you get sometimes that are just very thin, they're just not nearly as attractive in terms of collecting as something like this is. So really impressed with the quality here that we get from Second Sight, and that for me has always been the case with their releases. They're always just an absolute 10 out of 10. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Blu-ray case here first. Now, this is the information that we just read on the back of the J card, so we'll go ahead and just kind of skip past this. There's the spine, and then the same cover here. Now, this is typical form for Second Sight as well, to have the Blu-rays in these black cases. It almost looks like it's like a 4K case, but no, it is Blu-ray, and it's in this black style here, which I think is really cool looking. Especially for films like this, like these horror films that are already kind of have a dark motif, kind of dark colors. It just really goes well together. So just a small little detail there, but I really enjoy that. Now I do want to check and see if we happen to, and we do, we actually get reversible cover art here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch this, because obviously we have this art on the cover of the outer box. So on the interior here, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over. I like to use the reversible covers on sets like this so that you get just a nice range of artwork. So now there's our spine cover, and then the back, and then jumping back in here, we get our discs. So here is disc 1, and I assume, now it doesn't say directly on the disc, but I assume this first disc will house the actual film itself, unless we have a Blu-ray DVD type setup. Oh no, we have our, I forgot, our soundtrack. So this Blu-ray disc will actually house the film and the supplements, the extra features. And then, yes, we have the soundtrack included here, which is really great. So there's the artwork on the soundtrack disc. And music is conducted and arranged by Ken Wanberg. Music composed by Rick Wilkins, with additional music by Howard Blake, and mastered by Percepto Records. So very cool addition to have the soundtrack included. Now I'm very excited to watch this again. I'll have to pay closer attention to the music the second time around. I know for me, the first time I watched it again, with it being very atmospheric, it all felt like it all went really well together to kind of create that feeling of uneasiness, and can't wait to go back and watch it again, but paying special attention to the music, or maybe I'll even listen to the soundtrack before I watch the film again. We'll have to see. But that is the Blu-ray case that houses, of course, the discs. Now let's go ahead and we'll go to the poster here next. So we get a double-sided poster here, including the original artwork that we switched over to, and then we have our newly commissioned artwork. So just in big poster form here, which is great. All right, and then last but certainly not least, we have our booklet, and I believe it said this is a 40-page. Yeah, 40 page, and this is perfect bound. Here's the back and the front. We'll go ahead and flip through this. So we have cast and crew information, The Making of the Changeling by Kevin Lyons, original production notes, Ghosts from George C. Scott's Past, acknowledgments, and production credits. So there's cast and crew information, and then we jump right into The Making of the Changeling. Great photographs and text here to read up on. I always say this, but I love after watching the film, the education that comes from reading these booklets, watching the supplements. It's just such a complete package when you have all of this extra information to dive into. And there is what looks like an original film poster. First The Exorcist, then The Omen, now The Changeling. Then we have acknowledgments and production credits. And then again the back there. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this all back together here. And everything fits nicely back into this really great box that we've been given here by Second Sight. So this is a wonderful overall package here. I can't wait to get into watching the film again, listening to the soundtrack, watching the supplements, and then reading the contents of the booklet as well. So very, very impressed here from this release of The Changeling by Second Sight Films. All right, everybody, thank you so much again for joining me on the channel today for this inaugural episode of the OOP Hunt. It's really fun to track these titles down. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any out-of-print titles that you're currently after. And I do want to mention here at the end of this video here as well that I got the idea also for this video series from my good friend Elliot Cohen. He recently had a video where he was able to acquire an out-of-print title that he had been after for quite some time. I invite you to go over to his channel and check out his videos. I'll leave a link in the description as well for his channel. But he got me thinking, because the video that I'm referencing on his channel actually came out today, and then I had this set coming in today, and so it all just kind of converged and came together and made me think that this would be a cool series to have on the channel. So I tip my hat to Elliot for giving me that idea. Definitely want to give credit where credit's due. Anyways, if you found this video helpful or entertaining, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, this is the type of content that you can expect. Lots of unboxing videos, that type of thing. So if that's your jam, definitely hit that subscribe button, the like button, and also be sure and hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified when I upload videos in the future. Tell all your friends about the channel. I love the community that we're building here, and the comments I've been getting on videos have been really superb. I've really enjoyed interacting with all of you, and again, just building this great community. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now, and I hope you have a wonderful day.